Hello guys, so this week's video is going to be a sketchbook update. I haven't done one in about 3 months, so there is a lot to get through, and I dare say this video is going to be really long. I will say, just before I start, that my voice is still a tad bit broken. It's pretty much fully back, but it's still a bit croaky in places. Also, this artwork is going to be in somewhat of an order. Not completely in order, but it's gonna mostly be in order depending on sketchbook to sketchbook. So this is where we left off in this sketchbook, and the date is the 5th of August. This was for my Scrawler box. These are thumbnails for a July Scrawler box challenge called Shattered Self. Now these were of Mirror. Here is more of them. I went through so many different ones to try and figure out what I wanted. I ended up going with a digital drawing that I turned traditional instead. So here is a picture of Vanessa and her sister Briar. Here is a picture of Isla. Now Isla, Vanessa and Briar are relatively new characters, and they're related to Loki's stepbrother Nicholas. Now Vanessa would be Nicholas's future wife, and then Isla would be his future child, which is really cute. You can kind of see Nicholas's attitude in Isla. So this was inspired by the song Look What You Made Me Do. The song had recently come out around the time that I sketched this, and I saw that duet and I thought instantly of Loki and Nicholas, and I was like, there's a pun in this. So you have Loki saying, but I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time, and obviously her stepbrother's name is Nick. This is the last picture of the last sketchbook update. It's of Christian. This is for a previous Scrawler box challenge. It's even earlier than Shattered Self, which was July Scrawler box. I'm pretty sure this was June Scrawler box. Either that or May. I can't quite remember. I get really muddled up about it. Because of the colour palette I got with the chameleon markers, I was sketching out things that I thought would go well with the colour palette, and another thing that went well with the colour palette was Yandere Simulator, because there was a pink, and there was reds, and there was browns, and I thought that would actually be really good for it, but I really liked what I had going with Skyler's backstory rather than Yandere Simulator, so I decided just to go with Skyler. Skyler actually used to have black hair when she was little, and it turned white when she passed away. It's very convoluted, her backstory. If you want to read it, I'll leave the link down in the description. Then I kind of went with this. Now I was going to go with this kind of thing. I then decided, what about foreshortening? Should I go with foreshortening? And this is what I came up with, but I had to re-sketch it out because I wanted more of a dynamic pose where she was actually running towards the person, so I decided to change that. This is the inspiration that I had for my grandmother's birthday present. And then we have Rocco and Christian, just a little pen sketch. Daphne and Hide. This was actually the first image of them I did together. Like, that was coloured, by the way. And then Hide, because I wanted to know what his full outfit would look like. That gave me a general idea, but I had no idea what to do from the waist down. So I just decided to give him a bit more of a colour scheme. Then Skyler's birthday was July 7th. Then there's this picture of Mirror. And these colours, look at these colours. I actually got the pearl colours from Kurotaki Gansai Tambi, and I loved them. This is a demented face. I did the sketch of a girl that was coming out from her table, and then pictures of Hide and Daphne. Oh, they're so cute. Well, Daphne's really cute. And then Hide is just a sweetheart. So these were the designs that I was thinking about for Moira and Alton, which are Jalal's parents. Now, Moira I got right pretty much straight away, but Alton, I wasn't sure on the hairstyle. I already had designs for Moira and Alton before this, but I wanted to flesh them out a lot more. I wanted to make them more distinct. So I thought, why not actually make their hairstyles a bit different, try out different styles and stuff, and just sketch it out. This was actually the first pass that I did with Alton, but I thought it looked a bit too weird, and plus with him being a knight, I thought that his hair should be shorter. This was the base sketch for another drawing that will come later on in this video. Hide warm-up sketches. Hide and Daphne. Now, something that I never finished. I could have actually pushed the expression further, that's what I feel about this. Maybe I might do an expression with Alex later, but this is Ruby's cousin Alex. She was actually made in a Scrawlerbox challenge as well. Basically, Scrawlerbox just is really, really good for my life. Hide and Daphne. He's talking about his siblings, Volta and Maya. This is a picture of Melissa. This is the first drawing Euro sees. We have Kenshi. And then we have Anarchy. These were like the base sketches, and you can see all the thumbnails. Little baby Kai. That's Loki's future baby, by the way. Oh. Then Scrawlerbox Shattered Self. This is where it started, but I decided to do it on separate pieces of paper and then glue it into the previous sketchbook that you've seen. So Rosanna, and this was a pen sketch of Vanessa and Isla, Nicholas's wife and child. Just, oh. I've been drawing a lot of Nicholas and Vanessa, and you can actually see it. So Nicholas and Vanessa, Nicholas. I actually really like drawing the detailed clothes of Nicholas and Vanessa, so it's really, really nice. These were done on holiday when I went to Woolacombe in Devon, and these were actually done in a little town called Croyd that was nearby. They're little watercolour studies. This is actually my mum's favourite picture that I did in Croyd. This was actually just a little table number placement that I just was drawing because I really liked the colours of the flowers, and also there was like variety in the different flowers as well, which was really nice. Then this is just notes for uni. And then more Nicholas and Vanessa stuff. However, this is Camilla, Nicholas's mom, and this is Loki's mom in the background in the portrait. Nicholas and Vanessa. Now when I was on holiday, there was hardly any internet, so I had to draw and I had to come up with ideas without any kind of internet influence or anything. And I actually had a cover of Numb by Linkin Park that was by Caleb Hyles, and I instantly thought of Nicholas. I think it's like his song because I really feel like it's him expressing his feelings. I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me think of Nicholas. You can pause it if you want to read it. Nicholas and Vanessa. And like this was just a swatch page, some notes and stuff. This is Neba from Drawing Euro C's #2. I didn't really do one of Alex in this sketchbook because I had no idea which OC I was going to do. I knew I was going to do Neba at this point, but I don't think I'd chosen Alex. Now, this is like some life drawing that I did. Very, very rough sketching. And it's actually of a little boy. My best friend looks after him and treats him like her little boy. And it's so, so cute. So I really, really wanted to draw him. He's a very fidgety baby when you actually let him loose. And he crawls around everywhere. My best friend Bryony was like, I'm just gonna let him tire himself out. And I just got my sketchbook out with a pencil and I was just sketching him very, very quickly because he kept moving. I feel like these are very full of life, even though they're very sketchy and they're incredibly loose. So in this sketchbook, this is a Daler Rowney mixed media pad. With this paper, I'm very 50-50. It's either all or nothing with me. So it's basically, it's either I do real final finished pieces or nothing at all. This is a type of paper that I'm very mixed about. I'm not 100% sure on it. So this is Moira and Alton. Now you saw the development sketches for like their hair types and how I was thinking about going about changing their original designs that I had for them. I decided to sketch them out and paint them. These were actually in my last video and I'll link it in a card as well, if there's enough cards for me to link to. The next one is of Daphne and Jalal, and it actually is sparkly like the other one. The next picture is of Hide. It's because I wanted a full picture of him. I don't know if I'm gonna make a full character profile digitally, but for now I have a full profile of him being in traditional media, so that's good to know. The last few drawings are in this sketchbook. So we start off the page with baby Isla, little baby Isla in Nicholas's crown and cape, and I just thought it was so cute. There's another picture of Isla holding some flowers. It's not very good. Then there is a picture of Kai and his sister Thea. These are Loki and Elijah's children. And then you have the royal children. Basically, characters of, like, the children of royal characters, or characters that at least have some royal blood in them. So you have Loki and Elijah's children, Kai and Thea. And then you have Isla, which is Nicholas's and Vanessa's child. And Arthur and Daphne. Now, I don't know if these two are going to actually exist, but like, it's really nice to have a headcanon. But these are Jemba children, Jalal and Ember. Ember, of course, belonging to Jenna Drawing. The next picture in this sketchbook is actually Nicholas, Vanessa and baby Isla. Now, I saw this picture on Pinterest. I can't remember the artist who did the original sketch that I saw. Adding in Nicholas actually added a lot more context. And I thought it looked really, really cute to have all of them together. So, yes. And it's done in Copic marker as well. And you can see the shininess of it. Also, there is a mistake in this picture because in Nicholas's design, the trim around his coat, so here, a little bit of here, down here, and here, basically, I coated it in gold. It's actually supposed to be a darker green than this. I feel like it adds a little bit too much. You'll see in this picture, which is the final picture of this sketchbook update, it actually makes the gold stand out a lot more. Also, I coated the chain in gold in the previous picture as well, when it's actually supposed to be a silver chain around it. So I fixed up errors that I had in the previous picture. This was actually done for Nicholas's birthday, which was September 15th. I actually really like this one because his face, it looks so perfect. Now, how I did this in the background traditionally is I actually use blow pens. Now obviously this is not the right blow pen, but this was actually the first one I had to hand. So basically, just using some masking tape to mask off around the character and just blowing on the piece around it. And then afterwards, I took up the masking tape and you're left with this effect. And I really like the way it turned out. So that is actually the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like this video, and also which picture is your absolute favorite over these past 3 months in my lots and lots of sketchbooks. So I will actually see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!